Namaste, good evening. I am Naveen Gursidaya, your self empowerment coach. I empower students, employees, business owners, and these days even homemakers overcome challenges in their lives and achieve peak performance by enabling them to go deep within. Welcome to today's live session. I'm truly thankful to one and all for having joined me all these days, every day. People who have been consistent, people who have been on and off. Heartfelt thanks to one and all for making it such a lively experience for me and such a lovely experience for everybody who has been joining in. So that's a wonderful thing which has been happening in my life since last 1.5 months. And trust me, it's always a feeling to come back with more and more topics and more pointers every day and present it to you for a good, lively, and a wonderful interaction with one and all. I also thank people who join in every day to watch the recorded session as well and leave their comments. So once again, please keep continue to do that, and thanks for all your support. So today is again I've come with an interesting topic, and which is how to create self-image that defines you well. Right? We have been speaking about self-image since last 2 days, right? And we started with the crux, we started with the basics of self image. But looks like that's going to be the theme for the week. And we are going to see to it that we get a lot of inroads into this important aspect of self image. Okay, so with that, let's see who all have joined in. We have Rupashri who joins us from Facebook. Thank you so much, Rupashri. Thank you for joining in and thanks for hashtag live. Appreciate it. We also have Narendra ji who joined in. No, we have Tanushri who joins us through idea of soulful living. Hi Tanushri, thank you so much for joining in on Instagram. Truly appreciate your time. And Tanushri is a life coach, and I'm sure she would find this topic interesting as well. Okay, so we'll just see who else. There are a few people who have joined in but not put in a hi or a hashtag live. So please do put in hashtag live in the comment section. That helps me in two ways. One is that you're there listening to me, and two, that you are putting in or kicking in the algorithm, and it also helps me in my insights. So please do put in hashtag live. So thanks to Rupa for having put in hashtag live. Okay, so let's start with today's topic, which is how to create a self image that defines you well. Before that, I request you to kindly visit my website naveenguru.com for more information on self empowerment and also to understand my life coaching program Empowerment for Excellence. So, having said that, let me get into the first pointer of the day. Self image is the determining factor of failures and successes. So, whatever self image you are having, yesterday we spoke about we sit at the border or the frame of our self image. We do not get into the center, the deep and the core, right? So, this pointer is talking about it determines the factor of failures and successes. So, if we have seen some of the failures in our lives, so that would reflect in the image we create for ourselves, right? And if you have got a lot of successes, then we have a different image, which is our self image, and that talks a little different. So when we compare the self-image of a person who has seen a lot of failures, that would be shade wise and the contrast wise, it would be different than a person who has seen a lot of successes. So the definition of failure and success, the effect of failure and success on that person gets reflected in the self image. So, mind you, this self image, what you have, is something which nobody else, the outsiders, can't see. This self image only you can see for yourself. So, that's what we have been talking since last 2 days. You look at this self image. This self image is not for others, and you have to be proud of your self image. So, let's talk about the failures and the success factor playing an important role in formation or a creation of self-image. So, person who fails, let me take that first. Who fails? It again depends on the perception they give to a failure. Many people would vow, take an oath, and make up their mind, in spite of the failures, to come back with a bang. Okay, they would have one type of image which has still has a lot of energy and vibrance into it. Some of the people who are taken aback, who take a back seat, who get really hit badly because of failures, they also have a self image wherein it's not nice for them to see at their own self image. Probably that has got a lot of shades of dark colors, gray, black, which are not pleasant, right? So we have both types. One is people who have seen failures and having an image which they are proud of. People who have seen failures having an image which they are not proud of. That's one. And let's talk about success. People who have seen success in their life and they're happy and contented have a self image which is very pleasant for them, which is something they love. They are okay with it, they're happy with it. But some people who have seen successes, they put in so much of colors and vibrancy and radiancy into it that it starts hitting the eyes and they wouldn't notice, right? It becomes too gaudy, and anything too gaudy is not pleasant to the eyes. So these are the four different types of self images of different people who have seen failures and who have seen successes. And having spoken about it, I would also like to mention people who have seen failures and then succeeded. They love their self image. They would cherish the self image, they would hug the self image all the time and go to sleep with it, right? So that is something which many of the experienced people who are watching this video, I'm sure you can relate to it. People who have fallen down and seen failure and then risen from the dust have such a beautiful image of their own that they help other people also create good self images. Okay, so that's why I said self image is a determining factor of failures and successes. So please do keep that in mind and always try to paint a good self image of yours, irrespective of failures, irrespective of setbacks in your life. The canvas is always available for you to paint real good images which you are very proud of as the day goes by. So do keep that in mind. With that, I would like to move to see if some comments. We also have Narinderji who has joined in through the username Woman Power Unleashed. Thank you so much, Narinderji. She's a life coach, and I'm sure she would find the topic to be interesting as well. And she has given a thumbs up. Thank you so much for that. We have Gulshanji who joins in. Thank you so much, Gulshanji. Thank you for hashtag live. Gulshanji has one more comment. Hello, good evening, Naveenji. Missed last 3 session, was driving on start of the session. No problem. Gulshanji, we just started like 8-10 minutes back. So thanks for joining in. We did miss you in the last few days, especially on Monday and Tuesday, because we started a theme of self-image for this week. Gulshanji, glad you are able to join in. Welcome back. I have a comment from Narinder ji who says, "Great going, Naveen ji." Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Narinder ji. I truly appreciate your encouraging comments. Okay, the second pointer, to live a life full of contentment, you need to have a realistic self image you are proud of. Some people, in order to hide the pain, in order to hide something which is not pleasant but it is reflecting in the self image, try to falsify the self image for their own satisfaction. That is not going to lead them anywhere, that is going to take them really far away. And when they take a look at their self image, their consciousness pricks them and tells them, hey, listen, the self image which you have painted for yourself is not the real one. Okay, you have tried to hide some of the aspects which you don't want to see yourself, and hence it is not realistic. The conscience, you know that it will not leave our back, it is always there to stay with us. So to live a life full of contentment, happiness, satisfaction, bliss, you should always have a realistic self image which talks the truth, which doesn't lie, which is always related to the reality. The, the more you run away from reality, the the self image would look really boring. So what happens when you look at your own self image standing in the mirror or closing your eyes? You don't like it, you won't respect it because it is not real. And even though it is not real and looks nice to you in the beginning, it starts fading away. As and how the day passes by, it starts fading away because a consciousness is pricking you on your shoulder and saying, hey, listen, by the way, the self image you're looking at is not true, and you are looking at a false image which you have painted for your own satisfaction, which is far away from reality. The whatever the self image might be, if the reality says that it has shades of darkness, or it has dark colors in it, fine, that's how it is. But make up your mind to add in a lot of good colors going forward, to see to it that your self image is realistic and you are loving it as and how it starts taking a shape. The picture starts coming up. Narinjaji says, very true, be authentic. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay. So, yeah, what's the third one? Your self image should be first acceptable to you, right? And as I said, self image is something which only you can see, or you try to portray your self image to somebody else, but they are looking at you and your face and your body language, the way you conduct yourself, your physiology, and all of that. They are not looking at your self image, only you are looking at your self image. So your self image should be first acceptable to you. When you look at the image every time, you won't be looking at it all the time, but every time you look at it, you should be ensuring that it is real and it is something which you accept it. More than accepting it, it is something which you like and love, right? Whatever self image you have, irrespective of the failures and the successes in life, you are a person who is always going strong, who is going steady and getting success in every step. When that keeps on happening, your self image is something which you'll be accepting it with both arms, and you would not have any kind of hesitation to look at your self image and be proud of it, because it is real and it is something which you totally accept, and that is a self image which keeps you going to achieve more and more successes in life, achieve more and more happiness, satisfaction, and contentment in life. So always see to it that whatever self image you are creating is real and you are accepting it yourself. That is when you portray a real self to the world out there and have better relationship with people, which can also bring in a lot of happiness, because you need to be surrounded with positive people and you need to get rid of toxic people. So when you portray a good yourself, which is coming in from your self image, things around will also be positive and good. Okay, so we have few comments coming in. Digital Mithil joins in. Hi Mithil, thank you so much for joining in from YouTube, and thanks for hashtag life. Truly appreciate it. We have an angry face coming in from Gulshanji. I don't know what exactly you mean by that. Why you put that angry face? If possible, please put that in the comment section. Okay. Rupashri has a question. She says, "What if you don't like your physical self-image? How to be positive about it?" Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about more about the physiology or the body you have, whether you have a fit body or whether you have a fat body. I think you're coming from that angle, Rupashri. And when it comes to that, your own system cannot be positive about it. That is your own body system, your vitals, your organs, they themselves can't be positive about it, and you yourself can't be positive about it. So that is not the situation you want to be in, because that hampers the self image. Because when we look at our self image looking at the mirror, or when we look at the self image closing our eyes, if this things comes in, then it brings in those dark colors, so they'll certainly bring in some negativity. So we have to see to it that whatever we do, for all the reasons, for medical reasons, for happiness, and for the betterment of our loved ones, we have to see to it that we are physically fit and active, so that nothing negative, which is medically negative or which is psychologically negative, doesn't creep in. We have to see to it that the body what we have has to be fit. And we are not saying that we should have bodies like Bollywood or Hollywood actresses, like 8 pack abs and slim and toned muscles, not like that. Fitness is important. Even if somebody has a little bit of fat or a bump somewhere in the shoulders, a little bit of a tummy and all of that, try to get rid of it, but ensure that you're fit. If you climb 2 stairs, if you climb 2 flights of stairs and you start um, palpitating, that's not good. That shows you are not fit, and that affects the self-image negatively. So, Rupashri, the question you're asking is a very good question, but you cannot be positive with a self-image which does not look good as far as fitness is concerned. So, I'm just sticking to the point of fitness. Be fit so that you have a good, colorful, vibrant self image. Two, since you're talking about a physical part here, let's say somebody, I spoke about soldiers and survivors of accident and all of that yesterday, right? So, and if at all somebody has a scar on the face, somebody has a scar somewhere on the visible area, that scar can make them create a very dull self image, which is physically visible. Any scar or anything, people have a mole. Sometimes they have a mole in a place where which is very much visible on the face. Let's say some people have a mole on the forehead, on the lips, on the nose, somewhere. They become really conscious sometimes, not all of them. So, what you have to do is forget about the scar, the mole, or whatever has come in. Forget about it. Do not think that it doesn't exist. Okay? Do a plastic surgery on your own self in your mind and take it away from your mind. Whatever scar, mole, or whatever you think is making you look ugly, just get rid of it. in your mind. First, get rid of it in your mind. It gets rid out of self-image, and then that way it becomes positive. So I hope I answered your question in both manners, Rupashri, as far as fitness is concerned, and also as far as some discoloration or a scar or a mole which is there on the face. You have to just remove it from your mind, and you can still be living a very happy, contented life with a beautiful self image. We have a comment coming in from Gulshanji. Extremely sorry for angry face. I moved maybe wrong, pressed the screen issue. No worries, no worries. I just wanted to know the reason behind it. So it is happening because of wrong click. It's okay, Gulshanji, no problem. Okay, we have a like from Rupashi. Thank you so much for that. Next topic, or rather next pointer. Have a self-image full of self-esteem, trust, and belief that you are happy to express and not hide. This is exactly what I was even mentioning in my comment in the previous pointer as well. It has to be full of self-esteem. You should be proud of yourself. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are pursuing in your life, and whatever has been your past, success or failure, you have to have a good self-esteem, trust, and belief that you are and not hide, right? Your core values, that is belief and trust and self-esteem, they are dancing with a lot of happiness and with lot of pride. They get into your self image, and you are proud to look at that self image, because what it says that you are happy to express and not hide. You would not be willing to hide it from your own self, right? As I said in the previous comment, that your self image has to be acceptable to you first. It is something which you like and love and do not want to hide it. So always do things in life which are closer to your core values, which are closer to your core principles, right? And those core values make your self image come up in such a way that happiness starts getting expressed out of you in physical form, and you are contented and satisfied because you are doing good things. All positivity is there in your life, and all good people are around you. So always have a self image full of self esteem, trust, and belief. If they are not your core values, you can make them as your core values. If they are not your top core values, you can make them as fourth, fifth, sixth core values. So have self esteem, trust, and belief that you are happy to express to the outside world, and you do not want to hide it. Make them a part of your self image, and you start loving yourself much more than before, and you perform better in life. Few more comments coming in. Rupashi says thank you. You're welcome, Rupashi. I'm glad I was able to answer your question. Gulshanji says, physically we may be beautiful or maybe average, but we all have to leave our body in actual one day. We have to see how we as energy is beautiful. We are reached by our values. Perfectly well said, Gulshanji. Perfectly well said. Thank you for that comment. It's very much true and in line with what I'm trying to discuss here. Good one. Okay, now next point. Have a self image that corresponds with reality so that you can exist and function very well in the real world. As I said, the self image cannot be painted with wrong colors, it cannot be falsified, it cannot be pumped in with lot of lies, falsehood, and unwanted stuff which is not true. You should always have a self image that corresponds with reality, reality which is out there, right? One is you have a self-image which is real. That's what we spoke in the previous comment. But this one is it corresponds, it talks, it communicates with reality outside. So that's what gets reflected at the end of the day. So have a self-image that corresponds with reality so that you can exist and function very well in the real world, so that everything is true. And once things are true, it becomes easy for you to go ahead in life by taking the right decisions, but go ahead in life by doing the right thinking, by taking the right decisions and converting them into right actions. So always see to it that there is reality outside, there is reality inside. Accept the reality as is. That has to get into your self image. That's when you will like it. Else it's all filled with lies and falsehood, which is not going to make you successful and not going to make you happy. When I say successful, I don't mean to say making a lot of money, making a lot of wealth, or getting a lot of possessions. It is being happy in life with whatever you have in present. I'm talking about that, right? So if your self image is not real and it is not corresponding to the reality outside, then it becomes so unrealistic that there is chaos in the mind and there is chaos with people around as well. So always see to it that your self image corresponds with reality, so that you can exist in the real world the way you have to exist and function, operate, act very well in the real world, so that everything works well, which ultimately brings you happiness and satisfaction. Okay, now we have Dr. Mahesh who is joining in. Hi, Dr. Mahesh. Thank you so much for joining in. Thanks for hashtag live. Appreciate that. The topic today is how to create a self-image that defines you well. The theme has been more or less self-image throughout this week. Okay, now the next pointer. Your self image should be a good approximation of neither more than what you are nor less. What does this mean? Your self image, it should be a good approximation. That is, you have a self image inside and you have a your physical appearance and whatever you are outside. They both have to always match. You cannot be having one self image inside and then you cannot be portraying a different you to the outside world. There have to be a good approximation of, what does it say, neither more than what you are nor less. It has to be matching, a good approximation. It has to be equal, the self image what you have and what you portray to the world outside, they have to be the same. If you're trying to see to it that there's a mismatch, then it is not true. It's unreal, and it's all lies, and nothing works out. You might be saying that these are your core values and you say that they are there in your self image, but when you get into the world out there to perform, to live your livelihood, and it is not related to the reality out there, then there's a mismatch which leads to a lot of confusion in your mind. You do not know how to act when, how to behave when, and what to talk, what not to talk, right? Because your self image is one and whatever you're portraying is different. Hence, your self image should be a good approximation of neither more than what you are nor less, not more or not less. It has to be a same of what you actually are as a person in real life, living and kicking, so that you accept reality as it is, and failure or success, you pull up your socks, go ahead, and always see to it that you are happy, satisfied, and contented in life. So that's what I wanted to talk about today's session. I hope all of you enjoyed this aspect of how to create a self image that defines you well. At the end of it, I said that whatever you are there inside, The same thing you have to portray outside, neither less nor more. With that, you're always on the right path of seeking truth, happiness, and success in life. So that's all I had for today. And please do recommend your friends, all of you who are here. I think Rupashri has taken up Empowered Memory Blueprint course. Gulshanji has graduated in it, and Dr. Mahesh, he would be joining soon, and he has also recommended one of his friend who is in the current ongoing batch. So please do recommend Empowered Memory Blueprint course to your family and friends. And also, please do visit my YouTube channel, Empowerment for Excellence, and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get a notification whenever we have a video going live or video getting broadcasted from YouTube. So with that, let's see what are the comments. Rupashi says hashtag enjoyed. Gulshanji says hashtag enjoyed. Thank you so much, Rupashi. Thank you so much, Gulshanji, for the hashtag enjoyed. So you've already said you've enjoyed it. I'm so glad you made my day. So with that, I seek your permission to end the session. We have one more comment coming in. Gulshanji says, wonderful session. Naveenji, thank you so much, Gulshanji. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I would request, Gulshanji, since you missed out, I would request you to kindly watch the Monday's session on self-image. I'll just tell you what the topic is on so that you can go and take a look. Topic is not coming up here, the exact topic, but you just go to my Facebook page, which you've already liked, and there you get to see the topic on self-image. So you can watch the Monday. Since you are there live today, you've already understood this, but you can relate it back to what was there on Monday and what was there on Tuesday as well. Okay, so with that, I seek your permission to end today's live session. So take care, good night, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. Thank you so much.